Kamille debuts in AEW as Mercedes Moné's enforcer. New champion crowned in ROH. Liv Morgan is heartbroken and has completely lost it. Timeless Toni Storm is back with the vengeance. Nia Jax and Tiffany Stratton annihilate champion Bayley, and Leyla Hirsch and Diamante completely destroy each other. Welcome everyone to Ring the Bell. This is DS and this is your Women's Wrestling Weekly. We're at the end of July, road to SummerSlam, but this week was yet another super eventful week for women's wrestling, especially with ROH Death Before Dishonor and AEW Battle of the Belt, which we'll talk about at the end. And before we start, hit that subscribe button if you haven't yet. And we just started doing this new series, a live stream version of News and Rumor once a week, so check out that first episode if you haven't yet. Alright, let's jump into SmackDown. So WWE SmackDown, we catch up with Naomi, who got bamboozled by Blair Davenport, acting all respectful out of nowhere to come attack her, and Naomi says she will make her not only feel the glow but respect it. Then Bianca and Jade come out to of course cheer for their sister Naomi, but to come take care of business, to call out women's tag team champions Alba and Isla, and they were like, where are they at? Where are they at? Where are they at? And then Champions music hit and they're like magic circle on the Titantron. I don't know if they're supposed to be like witchery and like hypnotizing people or whatever, but Bianca and Jade were like really busy looking at the Tron while the champs attacked them from behind. But this is super Bianca and Jade we're talking about. Bianca KO'd Isla out of the ring and Jade military press throws Alba onto Isla standing tall. So following this, we're actually getting this championship match next SmackDown instead of SummerSlam. So hopefully the match goes south so we can get our tag team championship on actual PLE, because we need Bianca and Jade on SummerSlam. Then we have Bayley and Mitchin versus Nia and Tiffany Stratton tag team match. And before this match in the locker room, Tiffany's all sad about the broken briefcase. Then Nia says she'll get her the new one. And while being all generous queen, she does say that she wants to make sure Tiffany does not cash the contract on Bayley before SummerSlam, because then her reign will be really short. And Tiffany is like, I will never do that to you. Never. Okay, we'll see. So this tag match was actually really good. Tiffany and Nia takes out Mitchin during her entrance, and Bayley runs out with the kendo stick, shooing them off. And Bayley's like, what the hell, ref? And the referee continues to troll Bayley, starting this tag match with Mitchin still outside suffering. And Bayley is like, really, dude? So it's like basically 2-on-1 handicap match situation. Mitchin spends most of the match outside, but she does eventually rally and come back and goes pretty wild on both Nia and Tiffany. And Bayley hits this huge top rope elbow drop, but Nia kicks out. And at the end of the match chaos, Tiffany clocks Bayley with Money in the Bank briefcase while the referee was looking other way, and Nia hits Annihilator on Bayley for the win. It was a really fun match, and another week of Bayley looking really great, like a fighting champion, even in defeat. And of course, we're teasing the complicated nature of Tiffany and Nia's relationship, so I am satisfied. So you know I love pretty wrestling gears, and I think something about those wedding dress white gear is especially a serve for a lot of the wrestlers, like Roxanne recently, Liv Morgan, Carmella, Tiffany Stratton, Sasha, they all look so divine in it. What's your favorite white gear? And the reason I'm talking about this is because Manscaped just came out with this new special edition trimmer in white too. Look at this. This is so pretty. Yes, this video is brought to you by Manscaped, the global leader in men's grooming tools and hygiene products, trusted by over 10 million men worldwide. And Manscaped is celebrating perfect summer grooming season with the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra White Hot Special Edition. So summer with a lot of outside activities, the beach time, it's really time to step up your grooming game, and you can do it with this Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra in White Hot. They took the grooming precision to a whole new level with this dual skin-safe blade heads, upgraded trimmer blades, and interchangeable foil blade for peak performance. And the interchangeable blades is like the best tag team situation. The updated trimmer blade features longer, wider, and rounded teeth that cut through hair with ease. The foil blade is for a finish that's sleek and bare. It glides gently over your skin, capturing even the finest hairs. And I love changing the heads. It's like I have two of these at one. It's really easy to change, and it gives you more control of length and style. And Manscaped actually updated their LED light to really bright up those sticky spots. I know us gays gotta get really in there. And it's got dual temperature, great for a variety of skin tones. And of course, all your favorite Manscaped features like USB-C, rechargeable battery, and waterproof feature, because I love shaving in the shower. Join the 10 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped for all their grooming needs and get their special edition Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra in White Hot today. Again, so cute. Head over to manscaped.com and use my code BELLE, BELLE, to get 20% off and free international shipping at checkout. Thank you, Manscaped. Raw was unfortunately really underwhelming coming, especially for a SummerSlam go-home show. So we first learned that Liv Morgan has trashed the Judgment Day clubhouse. It didn't look that bad, to be honest. No ketchup and mustards involved, at least. And later we see Liv burning like sweaters and merch and posters taken from there, as well as some of the photos from her and Dom together. She's super heartbroken from last week, and she's gone little cuckoo, I'll say. She says Dom is not a man, she's just Rhea's little and she'll defeat Rhea Ripley at SummerSlam, retaining her title. Liv promo was really cool with the fire and everything. She's obviously gone mad. Still can't tell if she's playing with all of us or she's actually gone Harley Quinn crazy. Another backstage promo, this time from Rhea, saying SummerSlam she'll get her revenge for Liv messing with her man, her family, and her title. Yeah, I mean, this was fine. Not the most exciting go-home angle, especially for a big event like SummerSlam. More like a filler. But Rhea versus Liv storyline will probably not gonna end at SummerSlam, so we'll look out for some big storyline progression there. Will Dom or Finn be turning on Mommy and join Liv Morgan? Is Raquel coming back to help Liv Morgan? We'll see. Then we get a 6-women tag match, the Lesbians versus the Party Girl and the Bird Lady. So before this match, we see Zelina get interviewed about defeating Zoe last week with one arm, and she said that she is indeed a threat. Then the Lesbians with the straight ally Zoe come bully her, and they break Zelina's arm yet again. I'm telling you, I'd be so down to see her start clocking her opponents with the arm cast. If that's her new gimmick, I'd be so down for it. The match was like whatever, which is such a shame, especially because Shayna Baszler just main evented Bloodsport with Miyu Yamashita over the weekend, brutalizing, total badassery, everything. Zoe also had a new hairdo, some kind of a reverse Velvet Sky brunette situation. Not that it matters too much, but I honestly would have liked it even more if she went like complete jet black to match the other two. And Sonya's supposed to be the mastermind, the strategist, the savior of this group, but we still don't know exactly what her actual role is. And also, why is Lyra teamed up with the Party Girls? I don't know. I'm not really feeling this whole situation, especially with the tag team champions being featured so rarely and not involved with these teams at all. Anyway, the new hairdo Zoe needs Katana and hits Z360 for the win. And post-match, here to save everything, Damage Control returns, all in black leather look to beat the Lesbians up, with Io taking them all out with the over the moonsault from the top rope to the outside. And backstage, they say now that they're back, they will be re-establishing the order on Raw, with Dakota challenging Sonya for the singles match. By the way, some people mentioned that there was the Wyatt 6 sign behind Dakota, so she might be targeted next. We'll see how that goes. I'll say it's good, not bad, because at least Damage Control came back.
Good? Not bad?
Heading to NXT, we start with backstage Sol Ruka, Carmen Petrovic, and Lola Vice, the baby faces of NXT, just watching Stephanie McCur's live event match, and are like, she slays, she served, she ate. They're like so supportive, and they hard pivots the conversation and like, by the way, what is going on with Alba and Isla? Are they ever defending their titles? Enters Lash and Jakara, and they're like, don't even think about that title, they're mine, and they challenge the baby faces for the match. So we get Jakara Jackson and Lash Legend versus Carmen Petrovic versus Sol Ruka. Here, Carmen and Sol dominates, showing surprisingly great teamwork, and at the end, Sol takes out Jakara with springboard moonsault to the outside, which was beautiful. But inside the ring, Lash is dominating, so Lash punches the heck out of Carmen and finishes her off with this huge lashing out finisher. I really like that finisher. And post-match, Lash challenges Alba and Isla for the tag team championship at NXT Great American Bash. I gotta say, Lash and Jakara really let Carmen and Sol shine here in this match, but I know it's gonna be their time to shine next at the championship match. I honestly love them so much. I can't believe that none of them has won any championship yet. So tag champions, I would love to see it, but that probably won't happen, right? Anyway, really fun matchup, satisfied. Then we get Carly Bright versus Ren Sinclair match. So Ren continues to blackmail No Quarter Catch crew, saying she knows what they did in the parking lot, and she says they will have to make sure that she wins this singles match or else. It's kind of silly, but honestly, a great storyline that fits Ren perfectly. So in this match, NQCC unwillingly helps Ren. Like when Carly pins Ren, they put her leg on the rope. Then Carly's friend Kendall Gray gets pissed off about all these interference and arm drags Hot Miles Bourne, gagging everyone. And at the end, Ren rolls up Carly with Dempsey unwillingly again, putting his hand on her back for added pressure, helping her pick up the win. And I love that this guy's like sad boy look. He looks so disappointed in his own moral, his self-worth. He's so sad that he helped out Ren. By the way, I know Kimura dragged Ren's previous gear, but her updated gear actually looks really cute. I love the coloring. Yeah, so I'm kind of digging the storyline. I'm satisfied. Then we get this really wholesome Thea Hale interview talking about her championship match last year against Tiffany Stratton and how much she grew as a human and as a wrestler since last year. She talks about gaining confidence and respect, and she's focused on winning the NXT Women's title. I really like this interview. Again, we all know she's not winning this title from Roxanne Perez, let's be honest. But showing this growth of Thea Hale and really humanizing her growth as a performer in front of our eyes make us root for her to succeed. So I really think the NXT creative team knows what they're doing. They're really cooking magic in there. And backstage we see the North American champion, Kalani Jordan. I know I said Kiana last time. It sounds similar to me. Anyway, she's all spooked out about Tatum Paxley playing the Barbie doll who is like supposed to be her. And then Wendy comes out being creepy again. By the way, this Korean Filipino queen, Lei Lauren, made her TV debut in this like segment. She didn't do anything really, but she looked so cute. I'm kind of excited to see what she'll do. Heading to AEW Dynamite, we get Hikaru Shida versus Britt Baker match, and AEW did this really good job recapping their previous bloody encounters. This is Britt's in-ring return in 10 months. Her gear looked so cool, and Shida also here was like wearing this like white shirt with a red harness with corset. Really cute look. Knowing her, I feel like it must be like some homage or like cosplay or something, but either way, it looked awesome. Let me know if you get the reference. This was a 10-minute action-packed match. Britt goes straight to lockjaw, but Shida rolls out. Shida then goes wild 10 corner punches outside by the barricade, hanging knee strike on the apron, everything. And mid-match, you can see a bit of heel Shida coming out because she gets really frustrated and tries to grab her kendo stick to just beat the shit out of Britt, but she self-restrains. And at the end, Shida hits Falcon Arrow and sets up for the katana, but Britt Baker counters it into lockjaw, tapping Shida out. And post-match, Mercedes Moné comes out to congratulate and ask Britt if she wants CEO versus DMD at All In, and says her answer to the challenge is no. Then AEW's newest signee, Kamille, comes out of nowhere to attack Britt from the back. She then puts Britt in this like really scary looking torture leg, and she just like walks around with it and spins her into a huge powerbomb. That looked really, really good. And she holds Moné's hand, officially announcing her role as her enforcer, lackey, whatever you want to call it. Now, my initial thought about this debut was it was a bit underwhelming. Like, Kamille came out of this historic over 800 days of reign as the NWA Women's World Champion. Debuting as someone's bodyguard doesn't necessarily excite me. Like, she's Moné's Tamina, she's Moné's Luna Vachon, and especially with Mercedes' catchphrase being Moné can buy anything, like, is Kamille like a capitalist queen? That said, she is paired with the Mercedes Moné, one of the biggest names in women's wrestling, the Star Maker, and she is also involved with this feud between her and Britt Baker, who's another huge star and Star Maker herself. So honestly, more and more I think about it, I think it's a great positioning joining this very packed women's division, I'll say. And just like how Mariah's alliance with Toni Storm ultimately paid off, and it's gonna end in this like big all-in feud, the eventual Mercedes Kamille match will be so freaking good. So I'll say I'm pretty excited about this. The match was great, satisfied. And speaking of, next was debut of the glamour Mariah May. She comes out with this new theme song, new Titantron, new gear, looking beautiful as always, of course. And she goes ham on this local competitor, Caitlyn Alexis, hitting Mayday. And she could have finished her right there, but she decides to have a little bit more fun. So she hits Toni Storm's hip attack and Storm Zero for the win. And as she was celebrating, timeless Toni Storm music hits with nobody coming out, and Mariah's like, oh, whatever. Only for Toni Storm to show up behind Mariah in disguise, starting this huge brawl with security pouring out for a pull apart. Toni then screams to the microphone, "Are you prepared to die? Because I am." Yeah, I mean, Toni is just so freaking good. And this feud is so hot, I'm excited about it. And backstage, Willow Nightingale celebrates winning the CMLL World Women's Championship, only for Chris Statlander to jump her, lays her out, then challenges her for this eliminator match for the title at Dynamite, which Willow accepts on AEW Rampage. So eliminator match, if you forgot, is when the challenger has a match with champion, and if they win, they get the opportunity for the championship match. Then we get Kris Statlander versus Leyla Grey on Rampage. It was really good seeing Leyla back on AEW TV. She looked awesome, but this was a really quick one, literally like 1 minute match where Statlander like immediately takes Leyla out with a Friday Night Fever. And on Collision, we had Thunder Rosa take out a local competitor, Maya World, with Camel Clutch. And after the quick win, she cuts this post-match promo saying that Deonna took her to the darkest place and she's gonna now drag her soul with her. Moving to AEW Battle of the Belts, we had 2 championship matches. Timeless Toni Storm versus Taya Valkyrie. Toni Storm here looked a little broken. She got the sleek back hair, so she's not doing her usual glamour hair with this wild makeup, looking frantic more than ever. And Taya here was so much fun in this match. She's like, "You're an old Hollywood, embarrassing," and she just throws her sunglasses at the champion. Then Toni picks up the sunglasses, wears it, it, looking like her rock star self, and start going ham on Taya. But Taya was also putting on a really good fight. She was also serving faces throughout the match. So many ridiculous shots of her being a total Wera Loca. I loved it. And she hits Road to Valhalla with Toni kicking out in 2. Then Toni headbutts Taya out of nowhere and finishes her off with Storm Zero defending the title. She then cuts this very, very passionate promo. She cries. She starts crying that Mariah was just perfect. She was perfect for her, but she made a minuscule mistake that when Toni was crying, screaming, bleeding on her knees, Mariah should have just finished her off and I'll probably bleep it out because that was not PG at all. It was a really good promo. Toni continuing to evolve her timeless character with the storyline is just such a blast to watch. And even in this match, you can see that she's still recovering from the heartbreak. She's really good at portraying her emotional state. And Taya being a crazy, obnoxious new Hollywood girl was just perfect for it. So I thought this match was really fun, satisfying. Then the second match we got on the card was Willow Nightingale versus Deonna Purrazzo for the CMLL Women's Championship. We had some scary moment of Willow dropping Deonna on the head, but you know, these are professionals. They power through like real pros they are. And by the end of the match, Willow hits superplex followed by another suplex, but Deonna blocks it. And when both women are down following a huge lariat, Taya Valkyrie comes out holding a turnbuckle like last week to help Deonna. And I gotta say, this was kind of silly. Like, referee was clearly seeing the whole thing panning out. Taya literally handing Deonna the weapon in front of the referee, watching the whole thing, and referee going like, what? Until Thunder Rosa runs out for the brawl with Taya. Then Willow pounces Deonna, followed by Babe with the powerbomb for the win. It was a great match. Taya's spot was kind of silly, but she is a Loca, so I guess it kind of works with her character. I am glad that Deonna and Taya partnership is continuing this Thunder Deonna feud. I'll say I'm satisfied. And TNA were kind of the knockouts this week. We got this mixed tag match, Eric Young and Jordan Grace versus Ash by Elegance and Hammerstone. I did love Ash like bravely attacking Eric Young. That was probably the highlight for me. And Team Up Ash eventually picks up a win when Ash pushes Young off the top rope with Hammerstone putting him out in torture rags. I think this was a fine match. Safe to say Ash versus Jordan feud is continuing.
Good, not bad.
And let's talk about this big pay-per-view, ROH Ring of Honor Death Before Dishonor. We had huge 3 women's matches. First was the Texas Death Match, Diamante versus Leyla Hirsch. It was a last woman standing rule. I just gotta say, doing a back-to-back weapons wild matches immediately following last week's ROH episode is wild to me because they definitely went all out last week too. But this match was bat crazy. I actually had to look away a lot of times because it was just like, holy hell, they are putting everything in this match. Yeah, they start out this match with a bang going through the table down the ramp. That's usually the holy spot where they end these type of matches. They start with that. And whatever weapon you can think of, it was in here. Table, ladders, chair, thumbtacks, everything. The highlight, of course, was the chancla with thumbtacks attached to them. I couldn't even look at it. I definitely cannot show you here. The spot where Leyla moonsaults into the thumbtack was crazy, and the match ends with Leyla duct taping Diamante to the table, climbs up the ladder, and does moonsault off the top through the table for the crazy 16-minute match. Yeah, this was crazy. Honestly, not my cup of tea because you know that I don't like super violent, like blood, all that stuff. I don't love that, but it was a great match, super entertaining, and the women poured everything into it. So mad respect for both of them. I'm so satisfied. It's wild to me, and Phil said this too, like ROH used to be a brand that didn't even have women's title, right? And they became a brand where the women in AEW are really making name for themselves doing this wild matches. So I'm so happy for Diamante and Leyla Hirsch putting on this amazing match. Then we got this women's TV title match, Billie Starkz versus Red Velvet. Billie looked really awesome here with this like Matrix outfit, and she did this really cool Cosmic Furiosa makeup that Nikki Tutorials did. I recently watched it and I was like, oh my god, that's the makeup, I love it. This was a really fun match. You know I love seeing Red Velvet in the ring. She just really cooks. I think that's what the whole cooking thing is about. Like, she cooks in the ring, she serves, because she really does. Love all her innovative moves she pulls out. She just does it in a such like almost like anti-gravity, just like such a dancey, like beautiful way. So by the end of the match, Stark is back with her bullshits, aka shenanigans. So Billie does top rope choke on Red, and she reverses it with this huge stunner off the top rope, and Billie starts selling this neck injury, and of course it was fake. We all know it. Red knows it. The referee knew it. Commentator knew. Everyone knew. So of course Red ducks the attack from Billie, and in turn Red actually plays possum to throw throw Bayley off the top rope and hits Bayley with this natural selection finisher, which I love, to become the new ROH Women's TV Champion. I'm so happy for her. You know that for last how many freaking years I've been singing praises for Red Velvet. She really had to go through so much from the asshole fans online. She definitely deserves this. She's so exciting in the ring, and I love the storytelling of Bayley's trickery backfiring on her. I'm so happy. I'm satisfied. Then the ROH Women's Championship, Athena versus Queen Aminata. Athena gets this really big intro from Lexi Nair, who narrates a story of a legendary warrior of Athena. Both looked incredible, but Queen Aminata, holy shit, she looked so good. People often say that she has the aura. She definitely has that aura. I love this match. Both women were extremely hard hitting. And Aminata here, you can tell that she is really working hard. She expanded her moveset so much. I saw her wrestle for a very long time from the indie days because she used to wrestle in Midwest a lot. So I love the outside brawl going ham on the steel stairs. And Asuka sets up the stair like vertically and teases the use of it throughout the match. I think this was like really good storytelling. And by the end of the match, she spikes Aminata's head tombstone style into the stairs, which was sick. Sick. It was disgusting. I love it. Again, the fact that she teased it throughout the match. Great storytelling from Athena. But Aminata kicks out, gagging Athena, gagging everyone. Then Aminata lands this huge headbutt, followed by this tiger driver, spiking Athena's head to the mat. It was amazing. And this is the point where Billie Stark runs out for Athena, but Red Velvet quickly follows her, takes Billie out. And while this whole chaos was going on outside, Athena tells Lexi to hand her the microphone, and she clocks Aminata with it and connects it with this beautiful O-face for the win, defending the title. Incredible match. Most importantly, Aminata looked like a total star here. I'm satisfied. At this point, I don't even know who will dethrone Athena. Who's your pick? Athena was very much dismissive of Billie post-match, so maybe it's teasing to another Athena versus Billie match, which if Billie is the one to dethrone Athena, I think that makes sense storyline-wise. I mean, they've been working on this storyline for years, so I'm all here for it. I think that's a great idea. That is it for this week's Women's Wrestling Weekly. Another great week, and this weekend is SummerSlam. I'll be there in Cleveland, so if you're there, say hi. I gotta think of something where we can meet up the day before so we can all party. And I'm not even a sponsor, but if you're still looking for SummerSlam tickets, go check out Game Time, because I had a blast with the IU ticket I got from Game Time. I was so freaking close. And actually, a couple of my friends also went to IU concert using Game Time because they had some last minute deal. I don't even know why I'm saying all this because they're not sponsoring this episode, but I personally love it. But look at Manscaped. Look how pretty this is. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can find me at DSH on Instagram and Ring the Bell DS on Twitter. And I'll see you next time. Bye.